I'm gonna do the countdown in three, two, one. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the SECS Grand Finals. This is Season 17. We've got Mixmixmix versus Sleisel plus 4, also known as April O'Neil Esports, even though they've changed their name. I'm Maut. With me here today is going to be NYJohn. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm a little tired. I know both of us have been casting a lot lately, but always some good times for Dota.
Yeah, certainly a lot of good games. And SECS, the team that's been most dominant in the month, it's Sleisel plus 4, are in fact in the finals for the playoffs, as you would expect, right?
Yeah, I mean that's not a gigantic surprise to me, honestly. But let's see if they can take home the cup here because they've just been playing so strong lately. Every single time I watch them, they're absolutely fantastic. They do have a little bit of a different roster though that I remember. They usually have Hannah Montana, Attacky, and Defect, and I think it's actually just like none of these people are the same lineup at all. Now I think about it, it's just Liesel.
Yeah, that's a good point. It actually is a really different lineup. Most of them look like they're ringers. I'm not sure if some of them are caught up in another competition or whatnot. I see on my friends list Defect is in another game, so who knows what's going on with them. But nonetheless, they've been playing really well. But the team they're about to go up against, I just casted 2 games of Mix, have been looking really solid. A great play from Kia. Dilated Minds, pretty much an SECS perennial powerhouse, usually placing decently well in these playoffs. So it should be a good game ahead of us.
Absolutely, we're looking forward to it. But unfortunately, looks like we are going to get a fail out of Misha real quick. So we'll be right back, guys, into this new, well, same lobby, but hopefully we don't fail this time around. I want to see what happens here. What's going on? People trying to deflect blame, saying that it wasn't them.
It was
We
the player. It was
we
Misha, wasn't it?
we know who it was. We know who can we can point the finger at Misha and say it's this guy. But hopefully we'll get into the game in just a moment. I believe this is a best of three, guys, so you're in for some great Dota games, as always with SECS. I mean, every time I cast these games, and I don't know if it's, if it happens with you as well, I'm sure it does, but almost all of the games that I cast here for the SECS are really nail biters and just really good games in general. A lot of great play.
Well, it for me, it's one or the other. It's either a 20-minute GG or it can be a 40-minute nice game. But usually you get some good action because you get a lot of variety on the heroes. This is kind of like a formalized place where people can come in and try out new strategies at a low risk scenario and try and progress in the tournament format by doing so. So it's really nice for the teams. I'd imagine being able to every Sunday. It's usually Sunday night. There usually isn't that much going on in terms of open tournaments and such. So it really is a good opportunity for teams to get in and get some formalized tournament-based practice with a nice reward on the line as well.
Absolutely, that's definitely 100% true. And you think about how many teams have been launched based on a bunch of other tournaments, but SECS as well. You think about Josh Tabak Dota, who I just casted, now known as Fnatic North America. And they played so strong today, and they got their launch off of SECS, and Root has played in the SECS as well. Other players like Beatus, who now plays for EG, have played in this. And it's kind of a legendary thing. It's kind of a what's the word that I'm looking for? Tradition, if you will.
Yeah, I'm pretty much Whitebeard's mentor and trainer in all things Dota, so I'm proud of my little prodigy doing well on Fnatic NA, and that may or may not be the furthest thing from the truth, but either way, they're really a nice example of what you can become through diligence and practice in those cups. They really didn't play in a big tournament and get a result because it is tough to get invited to those big tournaments, but through just constantly placing well in every other tournament that they could play in, they ended up getting a nice sponsorship, and they're gonna big things are gonna happen eventually with that team because they're very solid all around.
Absolutely, they are definitely very solid. And you talked about Whitebeard, and I just watched him. I think it was maybe 5 or 6 games in a row, including yesterday, play Templar Assassin mid the entire day. That's all he played, and I gotta say, he is one hell of a player. And on top of that, yeah, there's not a whole lot of room, but a lot of people when they came on the scene, they're like, oh, who are these guys? Josh Tabak, who's that? And it's just all of a sudden, these guys are the real deal. And like you said, through diligence, through hard work, they were able to start getting some recognition around here. But we're going to jump into the pick ban phase real quick. And already, oh boy, Sven and Magnus on the side of Sleisel. And Mix will take up the Templar Assassin and Keeper of the Light. What do you think about these picks right now?
Sleazel loves Magnus, and you have to. I don't know if they've seen the games with him, but you have to ban out Magnus when Sleisel can have the opportunity to play him because he plays a great Magnus. He'll go the long lane, he'll play the solo mid, and whatever capacity he's in, he's going to make something happen in a big way. And we're going to get to see it this game. And if it's not on Sleisel, I'm going to look like a fool. But trust me, I have VODs to account for the fact that he can play one of the best Magnetars around.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you. I think we were both in that same game where we casted. He got a gigantic ult off, getting all 5 in his reverse polarity. I believe you were there casting as well. And he is just such a strong Magnus player. Also, Sleazel's sort of known for these weird picks with like the Vengeful Spirit carry kind of thing. And it's just bizarre, but it seems to work for them a lot of the time. And that's just how well Sleazel can play. So the Rubik will be the next pickup here from Mixmixmix. One more on the side of Sleazel. And then we got another ban phase to go through.
Yeah, and all these picks are pretty standard thus far. This is what we've come to expect from the recent changes, and this is actually going to be the biggest standout pick. Chen selected in the first stage. I mean,
What does that say about Dota right now? That Chen is a standout pick. Like that's crazy, right?
I mentioned it last game. I'm not sure if it's because of Nikes or the prominence of perhaps even Midas right now, but Chen and Enchantress don't really have a place to exist. They're too susceptible to the ganks. They can get taken down, especially against a TA. If TA gets rolling, Chen is going to be food unless he plays really carefully. And you have to be a little bit cautious with those junglers nowadays.
Absolutely, that's definitely bring up a very good point there. And I mean, it doesn't seem like it was so long ago where we were seeing Chen and Enchantress either being banned out or picked every game. And of course, the Chen change is a big deal. Of course, I mean he's still really good with that Hand of God if he can get it up, but he's just not played nearly as much. But Sleazel will pick him up this time around. And wow, we got through these bans really quickly. We see the Chaos Knight, the Faceless Void, and Lone Druid banned out for Sleazel. On the side of Mixmixmix, we'll get Kiro, surprising that got through, Lena, and the Queen of Pain, and then the immediate Luna pickup on the side of Mixmixmix, who's been seeing a lot of play, to be honest.
Yeah, Luna's been getting a lot more play as of late. It's just such a powerful hero, and we see her picked against Sven a lot because she has a lot of damage that comes out. She works really well with a Manta, and when Sven goes for that Mask of Madness route, he's really susceptible to that auto attack damage. And Luna with the aura boosts her own damage, and she can go through that BKB and onto that Mask of Madness extra increased damage and take him down rather quickly. And she's viable early game, she's viable late game. Can't complain about the hero. Overall, very solid.
Yeah, definitely a great. I think a very underrated carry, but it's starting to get a little bit more prominence right now. Absolutely, Eclipse one of those great ults. Venomancer the pickup from Sleazel, but here we go, Omni Knight on the side of Mixmixmix, and this is interesting. And I want to think about how they're going to lane this here. Of course, you've got Templar Assassin mid. I think you're going to see a tri-lane with Rubik, Luna, and Omni, I believe, and then Keeper of the Light in the off lane. Would you agree with that, or I might be off here?
Well, they could be channeling their inner demon and running an offlane Omni Knight, which is no easy task, but it's pretty effective. If you can get the levels up on Omni Knight in the offlane and get a little bit of farm, the hero is so strong, and this may be the countermeasure that we were looking for when we were discussing against Sven, because let's face it, the ultimate from Omni Knight blocks all Sven's damage.
That's
So,
true.
if it's well played and if they can get those levels up, that's going to be key. He can certainly fulfill a great role on this team.
Absolutely, and one of the heroes that another hero I should say that we're starting to see a little bit more play of, Axe though on Sleazel. Sleazel will actually pick up the Axe here this time around, and this is crazy. This is a hero that we don't see very often, but I would not be surprised to see Axe going mid against that Templar Assassin with that hard. It's sort of a hard counter against Templar Assassin's Refraction with that Battle Hunger. Could be very annoying early on. We'll have to see how it works for them, and this is just like Sleazel to pick one of these kind of heroes. So I can't wait to get into the game. Waiting on one more on the side of Keeper of the Light here for. Mixmixmix, and then we'll jump right into the game. And here we go. And immediately paused.
Yeah, and
Wait.
Sleazel made me into a liar again. He doesn't play Magnetar, so instead he's going to play Axe, which, I mean, I haven't seen him play Axe in a while, but I'm sure he has something up his sleeve. I wonder what the item build is going to be, honestly, because traditionally we see the Blink and the Vanguard potentially, but he can go anything and try and make something happen. You might see an
That's
Aghanims.
I mean, knowing Sleazel, he's got something crazy going on. Who knows what he's gonna do? Thinking about though how people are gonna lane this real quick. Actually, you know what? Let's get into the introductions real quick. I guess I'll do Mixmixmix. I'll start out with them. On the side of Mixmixmix, we'll have Kia on the Templar Assassin. We'll have SSJ420 Blazing hashtag swag at yellow.baylife, which is a name in itself, on the Omni Knight. Hasu on the Luna. Zeb will be on the Rubik. And who am I missing here? I'm missing D. DM, of course, will be on that What hero am I missing? I'm missing a hero. John,
That's
what was
Keeper of the Light. Keeper of the Light.
That's right. Okay, very good. Yes, thank you. I don't know why I couldn't remember that.
Okay, and for the Dire team, Team Sleisel +4, we have Sleisel playing Axe. Happy Cat gonna pick up that Sven. Alphafa gonna be playing Chen. iPod Max on Venomancer, and that leaves Misha on the Magnetar Magnus. And pretty solid team all around. I mean, of course, the standout pick is going to be Axe. Chen a little bit out there, but if they can withstand some of the initiation coming out from Templar Assassin, perhaps with the Hand of God, they can turn around and deal a whole lot of damage.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Culling Blade is going to be a big deal. If they can even get, and they'll have to get pretty close to Axe here. I mean, they've got a lot of short-range heroes with the exception of the Rubik and the Kodal, obviously. I mean, side blades give you some distance, but Axe, tanking up most of the damage will be the key here. Already, we see Sleisel actually heading down bot right now. And they will be able to pump out a lot of damage. They have a really good first blood lineup. They've got Venomous Gale. They've got the Storm Hammer. They want to fight early. And Kia is actually going into the off lane. It looks like the easy off lane here. And might be alone and might get caught out. I don't know if Sleisel will go. Sleisel really loves to go for really early first bloods here. And they're sending all 5 to maybe look to ward real quick and then do so. So we'll have to see what they want to do here real quick. They're roaming around looking.
Yeah, they're peeking behind the tower, but they're going to have to back out of this because wisely it looks like Kia's not going to show his face. And this is interesting to see again. Kia's actually going to go in the safe lane because this allows Omni Knight a fair chance at surviving in the middle, and also to avoid that key matchup that you noticed before. Axe pretty good against TA, so they're going to dodge it.
Yeah, absolutely. And now realizing that it's surprising, actually. Sleisel will go with counter helix first rather than pick up that battle hunger. But the counter helix will be nice to get the creep waves, tank him up, and take him down quickly. Looks like we're going to see the tri-lane up here. Will be Zeb on the Rubik plus the Kodal here, and of course we're going to see the Luna in the aggressive tri-lane. Mid right now, we're going to see some rotation. Looks like Happy Cat, iPod Max will head up top, as well as trailing behind Alfalfa on the Chen, and then mid, Misha will be on this Magnus. So it's going to be solo lane versus solo lane, and then of course aggressive tri-lane versus tri-lane, and this could get very bloody very quickly.
Yeah, it definitely can get ugly fast. Actually adjust to go against this TA, because normally you'd probably see the Magnus a little bit more safe in the off lane. Interesting. It's an early decision, and I like it. It came out promptly. They didn't have to really go through any kind of big steps to adjust, and we'll see what he can make of it.
I want to see if that they figure they're going to keep it this way. They might rotate. Kia taking already a little bit of damage from counter helix. I do want to keep my eye on that top lane, though. There could be some early initiation with the amount of nukes and spells on this side. Of course, the thing is, it is technically a dual lane right now versus this tri-lane, just because Chen will be jungling for quite some time. He might come in from ganks from time to time, but this aggressive tri-lane should be looking to get a kill early on. Meanwhile, mid lane, Misha doing some damage to DDM right now, and just doing a little harass. He's actually right under that tower, but he'll back off just for the moment. And not too much going on as of yet. 1:23 in the game, so it's a little early.
Yeah, Omni did a stellar job of last hitting under that tower while he was getting harassed. He's leading the way at 8-1 now, and so that was really impressive. He was like dancing around and trying to get those last hits. But the top lane, I think they have to be a little bit careful. It's an aggressive tri-lane up there, but the tri-lane is kind of sneakily powerful coming out from the Dire side. So any mistimed aggression when Chen's making his way over could definitely go poorly for them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And right now already, like you said, 9-1 on that Omni Knight. Doing a very good job last hitting, both with Purification and right clicks. Bottom going okay. Sleisel has that 1 point in Battle Hunger. Will start using it to, I think, harass. And there it goes right onto Kia. Refraction is popped immediately. A little bit of harass going back and forth real quick. And I mean, yeah, if Chen can come in here with perhaps a Dark Troll Warlord, they could maybe go for a gank early on here, but the nukes are so strong for both teams here. The Lucent Beam on the Luna, you have to be careful of that. Of course, Fade Bolt, once it gets leveled up and Illuminate, oh man, that nuke, if you can land it, it hurts.
And here we see Chen actually rotating over. He's going to find a Centaur creep, so this could be the opening they may be looking for, but Chen's got to be careful as there is a rotation over towards him. So Chen may be in a bad spot.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get caught out here. He's a little bit split up from his team. Now he's not. We hear Warcry being popped right now. It looks like they want to try to go on something, but I don't think they're going to find anything. Venomous Gale will go. Will they continue to go? Nice Centaur stun there. Taking some damage is Zeb. Will he go down? Nice Illuminate doing some damage. First blood. No, the deny. Oh, are you kidding me? Nice job there by SSJ. iPod Max has to back off right now, taking too much damage from the Keeper of the Light. He can illuminate, trying to get the kill here. Will he do so? Yes! There's first blood. Nice plays by SSJ 420. Absolutely brilliant. Good stuff there.
That was amazing, and I don't even know how that happened, but really well-timed illuminate on the back end of it, and the deny was just perfect. I mean, you can't really say much more about it.
That was like half a second he had to get that deny off, and somehow he did. It was crazy.
Yeah, and now that's what I was talking about the power of this tri-lane with the Chen coming out of the jungle. It really is stronger on the Dire side, I feel, and it's partially because in the long lane, Keeper is a little bit awkward, but he's going to manage to do decently as it stands right now, picking up that first blood kill, and that's going to be a huge turnaround from what they potentially could have surrendered to what they got. It's what they need in this aggressive tri-lane. I always say you need kills or you need to take down the tower. And they're not going to get close to taking down this tower anytime soon, so they need those kills.
Absolutely not. Meanwhile, mid lane, Omni taking a bit of damage. It looked like he, old trick, got skewered into tower range, taking some damage. He purified himself. Doesn't have enough mana for purification. He'll have to actually back off to the well, so doesn't want to go down there. Sleisel picking up the, he's got a bottle on him right now. 2 levels into the Battle Hunger, of course, and Kia. Right now, pretty standard build for him. Going for a Ring of Basilius, actually, which is interesting. Don't see that too often on the Templar Assassin. So interesting pickup there. And 20 last hits going for the Templar Assassin, 21 right now, and 19 on the Luna. So nice job for the Radiant, but of course, Dire not too far behind. The Sven, though, only 10 last hits. That's going to be troublesome. They need to get him some farm, get him some items.
Yeah, on the bottom lane, though, we see Sleisel versus Kia, and it's really close matchup in terms of what they're able to do in the lane. However, the last hits have gotten a little bit away from Sleisel, as TA, as expected, is 24 CS against 13 for Sleisel. And it's because of that damage, basically, from the refraction. TA is going to be able to last hit more effectively. And this could be a concern. If she's able to hold her own and get this farm, which is matching the essential free farm in the game right now, she's going to be looking strong as they come out of this and start moving around the map.
Yeah, and then she can start really getting some ganks going, and Sleisel could go down pretty quickly as well. You can already see he's taking a bit of side blade damage, so he's getting harassed a little bit. He's trying to spam his Battle Hunger, but of course, with that Ring of Basilius, it's not doing too much, the right clicks aren't doing too much damage to the Templar Assassin. The Battle Hunger getting spammed again. Of course, Sleisel can keep going for this. He's got a bottle right now, but he's already going to back off just to the tower just for a moment because he's taking so much damage from side blades. Going back to the last hits once again, Luna leading the way now with 29. I want to see what she goes for. She's got 1900. She just bought something. It was a hand of Midas for the Luna, so that's going to be increasing her farm drastically, and that's going to be pretty important. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
That's a really risky pick in an off-lane Luna. She needs a survivability. The better pick would have, in my eyes, been the drums that she's poised to set up as she already has to circle it. If they take advantage of this, it's not going to pay off. And of course, Midas already takes a set time, and there's going to be engagement here.
The Stormhammer to start everything off. He Illuminate's going to hit iPod Max, taking a lot of damage. He will go down first. Hasu taking some damage from Sven, but he's taking damage in turn. Another deny from SSJ 420. You've got to be kidding me. He's out of his mind. Happy Cat trying to get out of there now. He's actually just going to get... he's going to get recalled or something. I don't know what that was, actually, to be honest with you. Was that Degen Aura?
No, that was the send back from the Chen Test of Faith or whatever it is.
Oh, right, the Test of Faith. That looked different for me for some reason.
Yeah, it has a different animation. It kind of looks like the Coddle animation now.
Alright, I apologize, everybody. I haven't seen that animation. I've seen it in Chen play, but I guess I've never really seen that send back before. But, I mean, let's talk about that deny again. That was absolutely ridiculous. That's 2 denies for the Kodal right now. He's just playing ridiculously well.
Yeah, I mean, it's absurd that he can get those denies. But that's what I was talking about. Luna has no survivability right now. So if they keep looking to be aggressive here, they can certainly take advantage and try and pick up some kills on her. Even though it's a deny, she still died. And that's got to be a little bit concerning. But she does have a level advantage on Sven too. She's about 3/4 a level ahead of him. So if Eclipse comes up sooner, maybe they'll be a little bit more safe than what they would normally be.
Misha's rotating in. I think he wants a reverse polarity right now. He's not in vision just yet. He might even dive for this. He's staying. He's waiting. Chen might rotate in as well. He's got a Wildkin War Chief in tow. I want to see. I want to. They're going to sit at the side shop. At least Misha is looking for an initiation here.
And meanwhile, on the bottom lane, that gap in terms of CS just keeps widening. It's 14 more for TA right now. So things outside of this tri-lane not going too well right now for Team Sleisel.
Oh man, Meanwhile, Misha's actually going to pick up the kill on Luna up here in the top lane, taking a bit of damage from the tower, though. Illuminate did fly very low on Happy Cat, very low on Misha, but they're going to back off. They're going to let that go. So they did get the 1 kill on the Luna. I did not see, I guess, he did not actually even use his reverse polarity. As you can see, it's still off cooldown. So he used the skewer. Looks like he initiated with that. And of course, the Stormhammer, I'm sure, flew up as well. Happy Cat taking a bit of damage. That's going to help him just a little bit, and getting that assist is going to be nice. But he's still a little bit behind. He's level 5 right now. As you can see, the CS for Luna is really carrying her head of Happy Cat right now, which is the unfortunate thing. Mid lane, Dilated Mind taking a little bit of battle hunger damage, and actually, action could be happening all over the map. I don't want to miss anything. In fact, Happy Cat taking a lot of damage. The Illuminate just barely missing. He's going to try to Warcry away, but he will go down. Rubik getting the kill there. So 4-3 is the score. Mixmixmix leading that chart there. And Shen is here. He's got an Ursa Warrior.
Yeah.
Other than that, not too much coming out from him.
Yeah, so when Luna went down on the top lane, it was a really awkward scenario. It looked like the Radiant were reluctant to offer her support. Illuminate did fly out and deal a lot of damage, but other than that, she was positioned a little bit poorly and ended up dropping as a result of that because of the Stormhammer come out as you predicted. And, I mean, it has to be a little bit concerning for Luna to drop that easily without anyone else jumping.
Yeah, they need to have her back, essentially. She is that hard carry. They're going to go in again. There's the Stormhammer. Will they have her back this time is the question. It doesn't look like it. They're trying to get there. There is the Eclipse, though. That's going to be a lot of damage, but it's hitting some creeps. Sleisel trying to get the kill on Hasu. Will use it with the Culling Blade. Nice job there. Sleisel still looking for more. The Ursa Warrior is here. Now he's going to back off. Alfalfa's kind of low as well. They're going to keep chasing here. Dilated Mind looking for something. He's going to try with the Purification, and he gets the kill with it. Chen does, in fact, go down. TP going to come back in, so 2 down for 1 on the side of a Mix. They're going to keep going, though. They're looking for a kill on Kia, who did rotate up here. Misha looking for something. He's got reverse polarity. Purification doing a ton of damage. Nice skewer. But Misha's in some trouble right now. He doesn't have a whole lot of help. There's Telekinesis. Kia coming in. They're going to keep diving here. They want to get this kill on Misha. Dilated taking some tower damage right now, but the Purification again. DDM getting the kill there. Just playing extraordinarily well. Good fight from Mix right there.
Dilated Mind with the Purification damage twice. Oh my god, he just rocked those heroes, and that's a whole lot of damage, especially this early in the game. 360, and I believe it's pure damage too, so that really hurts, and it showed there. And Sven not having level 6, it's certainly hurting him, because Eclipse went off. If he had God Strength active, that would have been a clean kill on Luna. So falling behind in levels is now having repercussions, and the tower goes down top lane in favor of the Radiant side.
Yeah, right now Mix looking good. If we take a look at the graphs here, 4K, even more in experience going the favor of Mix, and look at gold, 5K, almost 6K right now on the side of Mix. Last hits, 52, 51, and 51 respectively for the TA, the Luna, and the Omni Knight. Like you said, that purification damage. Bottom lane initiation happening. Hasu taking so much damage, so they do get the kill there with Happy Cat popping the God Strength right now. And this is one thing you can never count out is his Sven. Even if his farm is a little bit low, later on in the game, it can get dangerous no matter what he builds, whether it's a Mask, whether it's a Chrysalis, whether it's a Daedalus, what have you. It can be a lot of damage. Dilated taking a lot of damage. He's going to get taunted. Missing the Culling Blade is Sleisel, and that was a greatly timed Purification from DDM. Nice job there.
Yeah, and Dilated also working towards that mech. He's going to have it up in 30 gold. So that's going to be a lot for them to try and cope with on the Dire side. The mech and the Purification, on top of the fact that they had the ultimate. There's a whole lot of healing coming out from that side.
Absolutely, there is. In fact, I feel like Chen is feeling a little, he's like, oh, I can't believe this guy's out healing me right now. Chen is not having a good time. Doesn't even have his all healed. He just got it just now, and that's going to be important. Doesn't have his mech yet. Working towards it. Only has the headdress. Looks like some pressure coming mid right now from the side of Dilated as well as SSJ and Zeb right now. They'll back off to the other side of the river. Bottom lane, Kia's here trying to get some last hits. Almost has enough for a Blink Dagger, which I'm sure she's going for next. And TP coming in from Sleisel, going to battle hunger it up, and Kia will just back off smartly right now.
Pick up that blink right up the side shop. And I have to bring to attention, if you look at the net worth graph, look at the net worth of Sven right now. It's only 2,100. He's below Keeper of the Light for the Radiant side. And that's got to be a big concern. You mentioned before he can output a lot of damage, but he really needs that farm to be sustainable. On the bottom lane, meanwhile, a kill picked up by Templar Assassin onto Axe alone. He's just down here trying to finish off the TA, but he needs to back off because of TP's in a bad spot. He turns around, and actually they take him down. Down goes TA.
Nice pickup there by Magnus. And T a little bit of overextended. What happened with the axe was he actually taunted, I think at about half health the TA. The refraction was not on, but it's still the side blade damage was too much, and he realized after he taunted he tried to back away. But of course, Templar Assassin did get that kill. Now they're looking to push this with Chen. There will be some TP rotations coming in from the side of SSJ and Zeb with actually DD Rune, but we're up in just a moment. So they're going to try to defend this. They've got 2 here. Can they is the question. Misa trying to pulling the creeps away. Another TP coming on the side of Sleisel this time around. They want to keep pushing here. Meanwhile, Hasu actually going to keep farming, is going to finish up his drums. Bottom lane still pressure. iPod Max taking an Illuminate to the face. And Blinding Light as well. Here comes Sleisel. There's the Battle Hunger. There's a lot of damage from the counter helix, plus the Culling Blade will get the kill. Zeb now in some trouble as well. Zeb looks like he'll go down to Sleisel. Sleisel trying to dive, will get the kill there. Dilated Mind did TP in, looking for purification. Nice Hand of God. Sleisel still trying to get out of there. Stormhammer on the back end. Here's Hasu as well, taking damage from the Venomous Gale. And the Skewer will, or excuse me, the Shockwave getting the kill for Misha. They're looking to go on Kia right now. There's a Skewer right into the trees. Kia slowed up. And will they keep chasing it? Is there enough mana? No, they're actually going to stop and back off for just a moment. Dilated Mind trying to push iPod Max back. So much damage from the meld. Kia getting a double kill right there. And Misha going to try to back off now. So a little bit of trades happening all over the place. 11-9 is the score. Who won that team fight?
I think the Dire won it, and that was, I don't know, it was a little bit late on the TPs from Luna as well as whoever came in after her. They really need to commit beforehand when the other heroes were still alive to try and get a decisive teamfight victory, and I think they had an edge going into that fight. But coming out of it, I didn't like the way it kind of went down. Magnetar still hasn't used reverse polarity. It's been a long time since he's used it, and it's partially because he doesn't have enough mana up at any given time. So I wouldn't be surprised if he goes ahead and tries to pick up some kind of mana generator, whether it be Arcanes or even a Soul Ring. He just hasn't been able to use in the last 3 fights because of lack of mana.
Yeah, I think honestly that he should maybe go for those Arcanes. He's got enough to buy them if he wants to, but we'll have to see what he decides to do in that regard. Happy Cat's still trying to get some farm right now. I want to check the last hits again, and he's still very far behind. He's 30 last hits. That's close to the bottom here. Whereas Templar Assassin's got 71, Luna's got 68. I mean, they're looking pretty strong. And the thing I liked about that last team fight for Mixmixmix was Kia getting that double kill. She's got that Blink Dagger plus 1,300 gold on her right now, so they're looking pretty strong. We see a rotation from iPod Max and Sleisel, maybe trying to defend this tier 1 tower. It is very low. There is no fortification available. There's the Stormhammer on to SSJ. Battle Hunger. Guardian Angel will fly as well. They're trying to take this tower and snare onto the Keeper of the Light. He is repelled as well. They want the tower. They want it. They're not going to get it. It will get denied by Axe. Nice play there. Poison Nova is popped. Dilated Mind trying to get out. Happy Cat looking for more damage. There's the Test of Face. There's the Stormhammer. The nukes are coming in left, right, and center. And that's going to be it, I think, for the pressure there. Nice defense by the side of Sleisel, getting those 2 kills. They wanted that tower, but it just didn't work. Stormhammer was stolen, by the way, and thrown onto Sleisel. So I think a little bit of misplay there from the side of Mix.
Yeah, that was just really greedy play. They wanted to get the last one on the tower. They were willing to commit for it, lose Kyle, but they didn't expect to lose Omni with all his cooldowns up. And they still had enough. It was a really smart play by Venomancer iPod Max to put the slow onto Omni. They knew they had Coddle dead. There was no reason to focus attention on him, and that's why you saw the over pursuit from the Sven. So a great job by them in that last fight.
I'm just so impressed that they got that deny off with all that chaos going on. So Sleisel picking up the deny. Of course, Sven looking for some room to farm. Misha going to pick up a DD Rune as well. He does have that bottle, which will give him some more mana. He's got a Blink Dagger now. He just purchased that up, and that's going to be important. And this could mean some big, big ults. And with Sven, even with him under level, that's a lot of damage with a nice Stormhammer plus the Cleave flying out as well.
Yeah, that is for certain. And it's really going to be on the back of Magnus. I don't think they're in that much of a deficit now. If we look at the graphs, they actually show 7,500 gold, which is fairly sizable, I suppose. So if Magnetar can get in there and get a really nice reverse polarity off, it's going to set everything up for the rest of his team. And that's how they're going to have to try and catch Sven up in terms of farm. He's not going to outfarm Luna at this point, just sitting in his jungle, especially the fact she has a Midas.
I absolutely agree, and eventually they will start probably stacking those Ancients, whether it be with Alhelm or whether the supports do it, and that's going to just escalate Luna's farm even more. Plus the Midas already, like you said, and that's just you're not going to outfarm her like that. So I absolutely agree. They need to try to pressure something with Magnus. He's got his blink. They need to fight. They've been doing well in team fights right now. They're going to look to pressure as 3 up top right now. They've got the Wildkin plus the Dark Troll, 2 Dark Troll Warlords actually. This tower is actually still full health right now. Looking to mount a defense is Kia. And they push him back for the moment right now.
Yeah, they do a good job of stopping the push. Keeper of the Light, of course, really apt at doing that much. And Axe picks up an urn, so he really doesn't have much items going on him. And that certainly is a testament to the ability of Kia to outlane him down there in a matchup that Sleisel probably thought he was favored in. I mean, he seemed to have handpicked the matchup because normally you put Magnetar in that longer lane because he's a little bit more safe. So really well played by Templar Assassin thus far, and questionable from Axe. He just has no farm right now.
Yeah, I think this was a gamble from Sleisel from the get-go, and it just hasn't worked out in his favor, and I think if it did, it would have been a lot better. Meanwhile, he's actually going to be taking some damage from the meld, and he looks like he is going down. There's no tower. There's going to be a Hand of God. It's not going to save his life, though. Don't know if they should have used that there. iPod Max and Misha looking to maybe initiate. There's a DD on Magnus, and this could be trouble if he can get a reverse polarity off, and they're all kind of grouped up. Well, maybe not so much, but if they walk up those stairs, I can guarantee you he'll try to go on them, but actually he's going to back off now, so much for that idea.
I suppose one of the big concerns is if you get the reverse polarity off, or if you get a team fight where you feel like you have an advantage, do you have to take down OmniKnight first because he has that ultimate that's going to mitigate almost all of your damage? You have no magic damage on this team except for Stormhammer, some poison, and Shockwave. That's like the extent of the magic damage coming out from them. OmniKnight is so effective against this roster. It was a brilliant pick. I'm thinking about it again, and I think they're going to have to focus him, honestly, to have any shot at these big team fights.
I think that they should focus him definitely if they get that reverse polarity off. If they can get the reverse polarity off on the on DDM, right, like real quick, they should be able to kill him. I mean, it's a long duration stun. He's not the most tanky. He's got 1200 and he's got mech and he's got all these spells, but he can't use them when he's stunned. Meanwhile, Smoke Gank coming up from Sleisel, they want to find somebody, and indeed they will. We will see a Blink maybe. Dilated Mind trying to get out of there. They're going to go. There's going to be a reverse polarity as well. They're trying to get the kills here. Some damage is going to go off. Stormhammer onto 2, taking a lot of damage. Still not going down, though. There's the Guardian Angel. Dilated still alive somehow, as well as SSJ. Sleisel will get the kill, though, with his Coaling Blade. They're going to keep chasing right now on the back, and iPod Max taking some damage. Misha blinking down to the low ground right now. Dilated, going to get away somehow. Meanwhile, on the back end, Templar Assassin getting another kill. There's the Eclipse. Low is Happy Cat, and he's going to go down. Double kill for Kia right now, and they're going to get counter-initiated here, and Kia and his team are just pushing Sleisel back somehow. The reverse polarity on 2 wasn't enough. There wasn't enough follow-up, and they're still going right now. And wow, that did not go the way they wanted it to, I'm sure.
And yeah, that's kind of what I was just talking about. I mean, on the back end of that reverse polarity, they didn't pick up a single kill based off the initiation alone. Afterwards, they got Keeper as he backed up towards those Ancients. But if they don't finish off Omni in like one swift blow, he's going to be able to pop off the mech, pop off the heal, and there's a dive now onto Sleisel, but he'll back up to the base pretty safely. But he'll get off the Hand of God, or excuse me, the Guardian Angel is what I'm trying to find. And, you know, it's just so tough to take them down, and they use the whole initiation on them. They use the Stormhammer and a reverse polarity. It's concerning for certain.
Yeah, absolutely. What I think was the problem in that previous team fight, I don't know if he actually used the Blink Dagger, but he kind of skewered across the river and then reverse polarity, and the rest of them I don't think were either ready or like not in position or something. Like it didn't seem to work out for them. Whatever they did, I mean, they got the one kill, I forget, I guess it was on the Kodal, but that was it, and then they got 3 turnaround right on top of them, and the last hits for Luna is just slowly escalating right now. I want to see the net worth right now. She's actually at 9,400, the highest in the game by far. 4,000 is the person on the Dire who's closest. She has a BKB up on her right now, so, and looking at the XP graph, 7,500, gold is 12,000, and absolutely Mixmixmix is in the driver's seat.
Yeah, and I mean, Luna, like I said earlier, is a hero that, through the BKB that inevitably Sven is going to have to go for, is going to deal so much damage. I mean, she's a formidable carry, and the fact that she has this much more farm, if you take a look at Sven's net worth, it's less than half of hers. And that's not where you want to be at the 21-minute mark. And those are the two they poised to try and get their CS on, and it's working out for one team and not quite for the other one. This game 1, looking like Mix has a really strong advantage.
Absolutely, it would take a lot for them to, I think, throw this away, or just Happy Cat getting farmed, but that's a ways away right now. He's only got boots and, of course, the drums and the magic wand. Meanwhile, top lane, Misha's actually going to try to TP out. Dilated Mind will try to get a few last hits in before he does, but not going to happen. It looks like it was a sort of a smoke tank there. It didn't work out for him, though, but they're going to try to push up the top tier 2, and they might be able to take this. It's kind of low. There is a fortification available, but I don't know if they can really afford a team fight. They have the reverse polarity, but do they have enough damage on the side of Pink? Or excuse me, Sleisel +4, I'm not sure. We're going to see a slow rotation from Sleisel, who does not have a TP. Happy Cat neither, so if they do want to defend this, it's going to be a ways away, I should say.
Yeah, and that 22-minute drums is looking awfully meager. He has 800 gold in the bank on top of it for Sven. I mean, this is going to be a pivotal point, but this tower is going to go down for free, I'm almost certain.
Now, you want to keep fighting if you're on the side of Sleisel and Happy Cat is the question. It looks like they are going to back off for the moment being, not trying to force anything. Maybe if they can catch somebody out. Looks like Hasu is trying to bait. DDM going to look for maybe an initiation here. The trap is popped off. Kia going to blink in. A ton of damage from the meld. iPod Max taking a lot of damage. There's the mech. He's trying to kite it away. Meanwhile, Sleisel and his friends not doing much. And he just got sent back, I believe. That's crazy.
He just barely saved with 1 tick of health left. That was amazing. Well played by Chen there. I mean, at least some minor thing going in favor of the Dire right now. In a whole lot of bad things going right for them.
They need something, man. Like they're far behind, and that any little victory they will take. We will see, I think, a rotation maybe to Roshan right now. I'm not sure. They're going to pick up the DD, or actually they're going to head bottom and just take the tier 2. They want to get all the towers first, I believe. They're thinking about, I don't know what they're thinking about right now,
a mysterious force.
Looks like they will head to the tier 2. Sleasel's here on the high ground, might find out Templar Assassin. They're going to try to farm these ancient stacks. Sleasel's here. He's actually in a bad position right now. He's going to back right off or try to go in. He's going to try to taunt. Only going to get Kia. He's taking a lot of damage. There's going to be the Hand of God as well. Reverse polarity onto like 4 of them. That could be a good Stormhammer going in as well. There's the Eclipse. They're not going down though. Guardian Angel is popped, and so much damage from the Purification and Luna. Just so much damage. Oh, that should have been perfect for the side of Sleisel, but it wasn't. And they do a team wipe. Kia with the double kill, and you talked about it, John. You talked about the Guardian Angel, you talked about the heal, and that's going to give them the game right there.
Yeah, GG cold, and that was pretty much ideal initiation for them. They got 4, I believe, in that reverse polarity, and they still couldn't do anything on the back end of it. That's why they'll call GG right now and try and go to the next one. They need to reconfigure the lineup. You cannot solely rest on one form of damage because there's always going to be counters for it. And Omni proved that in this game. And overall, it just feels like Mix outplayed them. And I mentioned coming into it, Mix have been playing really strong. Sleisel big favorites, but Mix poised for an upset as they take the first game.
That's right, guys. This is a best of 3. Game 1 does in fact go to Mixmixmix. We'll be right back with the next game here on SECS Grand Finals, Mixmixmix versus Sleisel +4. Once again, I'm Maut. This is NYJohn, and we'll be back in just a second.